Hi, my name is Kanika Batra, and today I wanted to talk to you all about antisocial personality disorder. You probably haven't heard this term before. What you hear is sociopath or psychopath, depending on who you're talking to or what you're watching. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of hard for me to talk about because of the negative connotations, but I was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder by multiple psychiatrists. You're probably picturing Patrick Bateman or even Charles Manson, but I don't think I look like either of them, and I don't think I act in the same way, but I will go on to explain a bit further. Antisocial personality is characterized by a lack of empathy, a lack of guilt, a lack of remorse, and extreme impulsivity. So I know those things sound absolutely horrible, but I just want to say my experience with antisocial personality disorder has been the exact opposite of what you see on television. I'm not at home maliciously plotting someone's death. I'm not planning a bank heist. I'm at home and I'm dealing with depression and anxiety because it's hard for me to relate to other people. The biggest difference between me and someone who doesn't have this disorder is empathy. Empathy is affective and cognitive. Affective means you feel it. So a person without ASPD feels empathy. They feel what you are feeling. The difference with me is that I understand what you're feeling, but I am not personally able to feel it. Sociopaths are kind of seen as these aberrations in society. We're meant to be evil, cold, calculating, constantly manipulating and lying and cheating, but that's not us. We're very logical, we're rational, we often think without involving emotion. So this is why you see so many people with psychopathic or sociopathic traits as CEOs or higher level management. We don't really let emotions cloud our judgment, so that's one of the really big pros that we have. My experience has been quite mixed. So I was diagnosed when I was 21. I was in a really bad place mentally because I'd had a lot of illness in the family and I wasn't coping with it very well. So I went to a psychiatrist to get help. That's one difference between me and other people who have ASPD. Often they don't seek help because it's not really available for them. Anyway, so I went there to discuss my mood disorders and the overwhelming anxiety that I was feeling. And I was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder. Now I thought, this can't be right because I'm not like that. I'm not some evil, movie tyrant or anything. And all of the research that I'd done for my main character, all of it was quite bad. It was quite a horrific character to create. And so I went to get a second opinion and a third and a fourth, and they all came back with the same response. So I did my own research. If you do have ASPD, I'm sure you've Googled this. As soon as you type sociopath into anything, all you hear is that we are going to abuse you. Now, this is really not the case. The fact that we can't get help is an abomination. I mean, we are more likely to suffer from mood disorders than regular people. We have people who have significant depression, people who are at risk for suicide, and they can't seek help because not only the laymen, but psychiatrists on YouTube even say that we're untreatable. If you want to go check that out, it's Dr. Ramani. I'm not sure what her surname is, but she's not great for people who actually have these disorders. The difference between a good person and a bad person is choice. The choices that they make, not empathy. People with empathy can do horrible things. People who commit crimes of passion. Those are a brief example of what empathy can cause you to do. Personally, I try to do everything that I can possible to help out my friends and my family. I don't go out there to harm people. I try to actively help my community. I want to be here. I want to represent people, and I want them to know that they can get help, and they should. If you're watching this at home and you've either been diagnosed or you think you may have antisocial or one of the cluster B personality disorders, I want you to know that you're not alone, and I will be out here advocating for you. It can be tough, and what I can say is don't Google it because you're going to feel very disheartened. It's not a nice place out there for us. I'm actively trying to make a change. I'm actively trying to be a good person, and I know that you are too. Just be proud of what you've achieved and be proud that you are happy. If you're suffering, you should seek help. There should be a place for you to go out and reach out. Honestly, if you're friends with someone you believe to be sociopathic or narcissistic or to have borderline personality, please be understanding and aware. It's not a choice. It's very much a biological reality. While we may not have empathy, you do. Perhaps you can use it in this instance. Thanks for joining me here and watching. I will be posting a lot more about this, both on my YouTube and on my Instagram at Kanika Batra. I will be going into thought processes and things that help you cope. So stay tuned and I'll see you soon.